the leaving cert stuff. And we'll take it at our own pace.
I don't know what you mean by, and I was your man.
Neither do I. So. Right. Simple as that. Let's jump in and do one of these. So, we have x over 2 minus 5x minus 2 over 3. So I'll put it in short division on these ones. Off we go and create a single fraction. So we're all on the right line. See how we're going to start it. What we're going to get? Man, lowest common denominator, which is 6. We're fairly on the right line with these anyway, good stuff. So, as I said, we get lowest common denominator of 6. 2 and 3 is 6, so 6 is our bottom line. Then you're going to say 3 times x minus 2 times 5x minus 2, 3x minus 10x plus 4 minus 7x plus 4. You happy with that? Good stuff. Right, off you go. Slightly different this time. What's the difference? Or what's the difference here between this and that? Exactly. There's on the denominator and there's on the top line. What are we going to do? Come on, Key. Sorry, Key. What should we going to do, Key? Lowest common denominator again. Exactly. Lowest common. And what is it going to be? X plus 1 and x plus 2. Come on. That's our bottom line is x plus 1 and x plus 2. So, we have lowest common multiple of x plus 1 and x plus 2. That's our bottom line, right? This is important. If you're not 100% sure, obviously a lot of you, what you're going to say is you're going to say this by this, and you're going to say that by that, yeah? Just be careful on that, because in a minute I'm going to introduce a triple, and it's going to confuse things a bit. Is that alright? So, just when I end, because it's not, obviously it's not going to come up like this, it's up in the leaves or paper, which it does come up, I love throwing little fractions like this in for 10 marks. It's going to come up as like 2 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 2 plus 3 over x plus 3 or something like that. You need a triple one, it won't be a double. So the easiest way to do it is, if you divide x plus 1 into that, you cover it, it's 2 times by what's left. Is that alright? And then you're going to say plus 1, divide x plus 2 into this, cover x plus 2, so it's 1 by what's left. And I'm going to that'll be very, very important in a minute when we do a triple. Is that alright? So at the moment it's grand, you're just going to say 2 times this by 1 times that, which is alright at the moment, but when we do a triple now and then I'll show you why it's important that we learn to do it my way as well. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times x is 1x, 1 times 1 is 1. 1x and 2x is 3x plus 5. Is that alright? So, let's come up there next. Why is this important that we don't like this? So for example, example number 3. I actually do simplify 3 over x plus 4 minus 2 over 2x plus 1 minus 1 over changes as regards our bottom line? Steve, what's our bottom line going to be? Right. So, make sure we get this right. The easiest thing to say is, you put your top number, you divide x plus 4 into this. So, if you divide that into it, you cover it. What do we left with? 2x plus 1 in 3. So, it's your top number, which is 3, by 3 and 2x plus 1. Bring down your minus. Now, divide 2x plus 1 into this, cover it. What do you left with? X plus 4 and 3. So, it's minus 2 times x plus 4 and 3 minus. Divide 3 into this, cover it. What do you left with? X plus 4 and 2x plus 1. That's the easiest way you'll do that without making a mistake. Whatever on the bottom line, you cover it and you multiply what's on top by what's. Is that right? Right, finish that out and off you go.
Can you do two fractions at once, put them together, and then add the second one? So
I wouldn't do that. You're more likely to make a mistake, especially with the signs, because the signs can change, plus or minus. Is that right?
how do you know if the signs are going to change?
You know the signs won't change as long as you do this. It's just if that's a plus and that's a minus, it could cross over when you try to combine the two fractions together. Go in. Yeah, is that right? You just make it quicker. No bother. The biggest mistake people make here is the triage. Multiplication is the easiest thing you're going to make a mistake on here. Simple multiplication. Take your time, double check it in your head. I'll give you one more minute, just have a whack off and then I'll tidy it up. Right, let's have a little look at it all then. We have x plus 4, 2x plus 1, and 3. Right, as I said, divide x plus 4 into that. That means we're covering that, and we're left with 2x plus 1 and 3. So you say 3 times 2x plus 1. Little hint. It's on freeze again. Little hint with this. Don't say, for example, 3 times 2x plus 1 times 3. Always move the singular number to the front. It's just, it makes it easier to multiply. And when you start dealing with signs, you're less likely to make a mistake, especially with positive and negatives. Is that right? So always move the singular number to the front. That's very, very important. You're not going to be wrong. If you do it right, you'll get the same answer, but it makes life a lot easier for yourself if you move the singular number to the front. So that's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 2x plus 1. Minus 2x plus 1 is on the bottom. Cover it. You're left with x plus 4 and 3. So that's minus 2 times 3 and x plus 4. Minus 1. 3 is on the bottom. Cover it. You're left with x plus 4 and 2x plus 1. Right. Here is where the most mistakes are made. Take your time and go through it step by step. 3 3s are 9 times 2x plus 1. Minus 6 times x plus 4 minus 1 times x by 2x, 2x squared, x by 1, x, 4 by 2x, 8x, 4 by 1, 4. Do bracket bracket before you put in the minus. It makes life a lot easier. Alright? Multiply in the minus at the end. 9 times 2x is 18x. 9 times 1 is 9. Minus 6 times x is minus 6x. Minus 6 by 4, minus 24. Minus 2x squared, minus x, minus 8x, minus 4. Put everything that's the same together. Minus 2x squared goes out the front. Then you have 18x, minus 6x, minus x, and minus 8x. 18 minus 6 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 minus 8 is 3x. And you're left then with 9 minus 24 and minus 4. 9 minus 24 is minus 15. Minus 15 minus 4 is minus 19 over x plus 4, 2x plus 1, and 3. As I said, multiplication is what's going to screw you there. Is that right? Take your time with the multiplication. We'll do one more of those because they are important. They do come up. Simplify for me. 2 over x plus 2 minus 3 over 3x plus 1 plus 1 over 4. Off you go. As I said, lads, I'm here now. Give me a shout if you need a hand. Right, let's have a little gawk at it. So we're all fairly on the same line, which is great to see. Right, x plus 2, 3x plus 1, and 4. That's 2 times 4 times 3x plus 1 minus 3 times 4 times x plus 2 plus 1 times x plus 2 times 3x plus 1. There's no real need actually to rewrite your bottom line to the very end. You won't get docked, but you will get docked if you don't show it at the end. Is that right? Just make sure you throw it in at the end if you're not writing it every time. That's 8 times 3x plus 1 minus 12 times x plus 2 plus 1 times x by 3x squared plus x plus 6x plus 2. That is 24x plus 8 minus 12x minus 24 plus 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. 3x squared out the top, 24x minus 12x plus 7x is 12x plus 7x is plus 19x. You have 8 minus 24 and plus 2 is 8 and 2 is 10 away from minus 24 is minus 14. Is that alright? All over x plus 2, 3x plus 1, and 4. Right. As fractions go, they only get one step harder, and that's known as complex fractions, and that's what we're going to look at next, alright? We're going to look at complex fractions.
Where would you like to go?
Sure.
Where would you like?
Right, so, last little bit on legal fractions. So, they're going on the order level. This is only on the higher level. Alright, so this is prone to coming up. This is solving complex and algebraic fractions. The triples do come up in the legal or higher level paper, but it's more inclined to be a bit like this, a bit tougher. So, the reason these are known as complex fractions is you have a fraction over a fraction. Alright, so complex fraction, fraction over fraction. There's no need to take down any notes on these guys. They all go up on line on the app. Everything I do, the session goes up in the app, the notes go up in the app, the homework goes up in the app, the correction, everything goes up in the app. It saves you wasting time taking down stuff. So, first thing first is with x over y over 1 over x plus 1 over y. So, what we have here is we have to remember that any number on its own is over 1. That's very, very, very important. Probably before I jump into this, so I've got to make sure we know our primary school stuff. So, primary school. 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5. Divide two fractions, 56 that stuff. We do it. A lot of people can't. Anyone have any idea how to divide two fractions without taking out that calculator? An easier way to do it. You were taught this, unfortunately, you often forget it. 2 over 3 multiplied by 5 over 4. Take the bottom up, flip and multiply. That is very, very, very important, and it applies in 6th year higher level stuff. Alright? Primary school stuff just applied over here. Numbers, algebra. So, when you have a fraction divided by a fraction, you flip the bottom and you multiply. 2 by 5 is 10, 3 by 4 is 12, 5 over 6. So, for example, if you had 2 over 3 divided by minus a quarter, that would be 2 over 3 multiplied by minus 4 over 1. Is that right? That would be minus 8 over 3. Very, very, very important. Whenever it has to divide two fractions, flip the second and multiply. Little note, top of your corner, red, just a red pen. Dividing two fractions, flip the second and multiply. Alright? Dividing two fractions, flip the bottom and multiply. Just a little note in case you're wondering what the hell you did when you're going back to the left. So, here we have x plus y over 1x plus 1 over y. The problem here is the top is in a fraction. So, just say I said to you, for example, the number 2. Anyone able to tell me what the denominator is for we have just a simple number 2? When I mean denominator, what is the number 2 over? It's over 1. Any number on its own is over 1. Very, very important to remember. So, what x plus y really is x over 1 plus y over 1 divided by 1 over x plus 1 over y. What we're going to do here is we're going to turn these two into a single fraction and these two into a single fraction. It looks a lot tougher than this. When you're focusing on the top, the bottom doesn't exist. Forget about the bottom. Alright? We're only focusing on making this a single fraction, and then we're going to focus on making this a single fraction. So, making this a single fraction. Stevie, what's going to be the common denominator on top? 1. Go man. Common denominator on top is 1. So, dividing 1 into 1, you get 1 times your top number x, plus 1 into 1 goes 1 by your top number, which is y. Is that alright? 1 into 1 goes once by our top number, which is x, plus 1 into 1 by our top number, which is y. There. That is x plus y over 1. We've got to do the same at the bottom then. Our common denominator on the bottom for 1 over x plus 1 over y is xy. Divide x into xy, you're left with y by our top number, which is 1. Divide y into your bottom line, xy is x by our top number, which is 1. So we are left then with x plus y over 1, i.e. 1 by x is x, 1 by y is y over our bottom number, which is 1. On the bottom, we're left with y plus x over xy. We're left with y plus x over xy. We now have a fraction over a fraction. How would we divide two fractions here? Flip the bottom. Catch the bottom, flip it, and then we multiply. So,
Can you go top by top, bottom by bottom?
at the moment, no. So, just take this one out, flip it around, and then we're going to multiply. So, instead of it being x plus y over xy, it's going to be exactly xy over x plus y. And then what's going to happen? No need to. What's going to happen here? Everyone has x plus y on the top, x plus y on the bottom. It's like having 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. They're going to knock each other out. And your final answer is simply going to be x, y over. Alright, and we'll get that one quick more muncher, we're going to do a few examples of these. Alright, so this is as tough as fraction gets at the internet. So, first things first. We have x plus y over 1 over x plus 1 over y. We always have to remember is that x and y when on their own, or any number when it's on its own, is over 1. Brilliant. It's over 1. X over 1 plus y over 1 over 1 over x plus 1 over y. What do you do in the top one? Exactly. Common denominator multiplying. Common denominator is 1. So you go at 1 times x plus 1 times y. Common denominator in the bottom key. On the bottom. X, y, good lad. And you get y by 1 plus x by 1 over xy. That is x plus y over 1 over y plus x over xy. Stevie, how do I divide two fractions? Man from the bottom end, multiply, good lad. Flip the bottom and multiply. X plus y over 1 multiplied by xy over x plus y. What happens, Steve? Man, and you're left with xy over 1. Right, let's have a whack off one of these. Do for me. Simplify a over b minus b over a over 1 over b minus 1 over a. Off we go. Simplify that thing. I'm going to jump to the jacks. the trick of this, you remember that what we did last week. Right so far, yeah. So figure out what you're going to do with that. Hint is factorizing. We're all moving in the right direction. We're just getting slightly caught up at the end of it. Alright? So, let's have a quick little look at it. These are tough. Simplify. Simplify A over B minus B over A over 1 over B minus 1 over A. So, easiest way to do it, probably in your copy, is mark it top and bottom. Just so you know what you're focusing on, right? I'm going to focus on the top up here. Common denominator is B, A. Divide B into BA, you're left with A by your top line A, minus divide A into BA, you're left with B by your top line B. So A by A minus B by B is A squared minus B squared over BA. Right, next thing, focus on the bottom. You have common denominator of B and A again. Divide B into BA, you're left with A by your top line, which is 1, minus divide A into BA, you're left with B by your top number, which is 1. That's A minus B over BA. So, there is your top over your bottom. Before we worry about that, Stevie, how do you divide two fractions? Flip the bottom and multiply. So we have A squared minus B squared over BA multiplied by BA over A minus B. Oren, what's going to happen? No clue. What happened the last time? Keen? Cancel. What's going to cancel? Glad. BA and BA. They're going to knock. When you have the same on top, the same on the bottom, they can knock each other out. Right, Steve, we're then going to be left with A squared minus B squared over A minus B. What's the top? Exactly. What type of factorizing is that, Steve, from last week? What's the name of the key? Do you remember? Difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. Bit of junior surf factorizing. Difference of two squares is A plus B by A minus B. Is that alright? All over A minus B. What's going to happen? A minus B is going to knock. You're left with A plus B. Is your answer. Right, we'll do one more of those. This one's going to be a bit tougher again. What I want you to do is simplify the following for me. X minus 2 over x plus 1 divided by 2x over x plus 1 minus 1. As I said, if you worry about that all in one together, it's going to freak you out. Deal with the top, deal with the bottom, and then put them together. Do exactly as I did above. Worry about the top, worry about the bottom. Very, very important. Key, what's x over there, what's on its own? The man on the bottom, it's 1 over 1. Go left. If you're running into a bit of a wall, give me a shout. Only 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left. That's 40 minutes left. This is called something. So small is there, right? That's going to just change that from minus x to minus 1. this at your bottom. So it's that over this. That move is that over that. There's nothing on the top over here. There's nothing on the bottom. So that equals 0. That over here. Right? If you put those together, you're going to see something's going to happen with that. So that's going to be minus x minus 1. Now we're going to top end right. See up here, John, that changed. That's minus 1 by x plus 1, so it's minus x minus 1. So that's your bottom line. That should be 2x minus x minus 1. Okay. Right, let's have a little go at it. I think we're all on the fairly same line, and this is a tough one to get out, so well done. Top, bottom. So, top. That is common denominator of 1 and x plus 1. That's over 1, that's over 1. 1 into that is x times x plus 1 minus 2 times 1 is x squared plus x minus 2 over x plus 1. Bottom is common denominator of x plus 1 and 1 is 2x by 1 minus 1 times x plus 1. Just minus 1 there, Steve, that was it. 2x minus 1x minus 1 all over x plus 1. Top over bottom. That is x squared plus x minus 2 over x plus 1 all over 2x minus 1x is 1x minus 1 over x plus 1. Divide in two fractions, flip the second and multiply. X squared plus x minus 2 over x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1, we're flipping this, over x minus 1. They knock. That leaves you with x squared plus x minus 2 over x minus 1. What type of factorizing on top, Oren? Good lad. Bracket, bracket. X and x. We need to get minus 2 and plus 1, so plus 2 minus 1 over x minus 1. They knock. And x plus 2 is 1. Good stuff. Good bit of work on that. That'd be about 15 marks, that's alright. So if that come up in the leaving cert, it'd be about 15 marks. So stuff. Right. So we're nearly through the first chapter in algebra. Next we have what's next? We have rearranging the formula. Right, let's look at it. So, rearranging the formula. Once again, it doesn't come up as a question on its own, but it comes up across your leaving cert paper in the middle, stuck in the middle question. So algebra, you're only going to have one algebra question, maybe 1.5 algebra question on its own, but it literally is stuck in the middle of it. So that's why it's very, very important to get a grasp of algebra, because you won't get to any other question to get your head around. Fair enough? So one thing that comes up the whole time is rearranging the formula. What rearranging the formula is getting a certain term on its own. So for example, express the following in terms of x. Anyone know what express the following in terms of x means? X is equal to the mass. We want to get him there on his own. That's what express in terms of x means. Getting him on his own. So, first things first is fractions are hard. All try to get rid of the fraction first. Usually what stops you from getting rid of the fraction first is the square root. But if at all possible, try and get rid of the fraction first. Keen, any idea how to get rid of the fraction first? If you don't, sorry. That's right, Stevie, you're more than an idiot. Yeah, exactly. Multiply both sides by 3 to add. You're going to multiply both sides by 3. They're going to knock. Get rid of him. Right there on the bottom line, multiply across by 8, get rid of it. What's on my left hand side now, Steve? 3z is equal to y minus 2x. Or y is an x on its own at the moment.
Y isn't it?
Y, yeah. Exactly, y isn't it? It's because of y. Y is there at the moment. So we want y over on the other side. Y over becomes 3z 3z minus y, exactly, brilliant. Right, x still is not its own y. Minus 2. What am I going to do? Bring it over or what am I going to do? Divide. They're stuck together. They're stuck together and just divide across by. Minus 2. Final answer is 3z minus y is equal to minus 2. Divided by minus 2 is equal to x. You could be asked to express this in terms of y, in terms of z, in terms of x. You could be asked to express it in terms of any one of the three.
What's the expression called?
This is called manipulating formula or rearranging formula. Either one. Manipulating or rearranging formula. So I'm going to give you an example of one I want you to do. Right, off you go. Have a go at it. Formula on this. P minus T over Q is equal to R. Express in terms of Q. What does express Q in terms of the rest of the Q? Yeah, exactly. Q minus one for that. Literally do this about 5 to 10 different ways, alright? But you should always end up with the same answer, alright? You always end up with the same answer. The way I always look at it, anyway, first of all, is get rid of the fraction. I hate dealing with fractions, moving things around with fractions involved, it doesn't make sense. So I always take step number one, no matter what it is, try to get rid of the fraction. I.e., try to get Q off the bottom line here straight away the first thing. You could have the right answer doing it a different way, but I always try to get rid of the fraction first. Right, so rearrange in terms of the following. We have P minus T over Q is equal to R. And we want it in terms of Q, right? So I'm going to do it my way. You're going to help me do it my way, Steve. I want to get rid of the fraction. How do I get rid of my fraction here? Any idea? Command, key, multiply across by Q, Q, and Q. 3 different terms there, you've got to multiply them all. And you do it to one, you must do it to the rest. They knock. You're left with Q times P minus T is equal to QR. Get rid of your fraction, right? Orn, what am I looking for? What letter am I looking for on its own? Q. So I'm going to move all the Q's to the side I want. I'm going to move them all to the left here. So I'm going to say QP minus QR is equal to T. Right, Steve, what did I say? What letter are we looking for? Q. So how can I get Q on its own over here on the left? Once again, back to week 1 again. How can I get Q on its own? Good man, highest common factor, take out Q. What's left in the bracket, Keen? Good lad, is equal to T. Right. Q still isn't on its own. How am I going to get Q on its own? They're stuck together. How do I get rid of anything that's stuck together? Divide by P minus R. Come on. Divide by P minus R. Q is equal to T over P minus R. And as I said, you could literally have done that about 5 to 10 different ways, but you'll always end up with the same answer of T over P minus R. Is that alright? So, irregardless, always try to get rid of the fraction first of all. Right, have a go at this one. R is equal to Q squared minus PR over Q plus P express P in terms of the rest. So express P in terms of the rest. F1 will be rid of your fraction. From P in its own, move all the P's to one side, everything else in the reverse. How about her? Yeah, you just took it down right now. You're all right. So very like the last one. All the P's to one side, take out the P. Right, let's have a little whack off this one. So, 5 minutes. So, get rid of my fraction. Q plus P, Q plus P. That is, they knock there. R times Q, RQ, R times P, PR is equal to Q squared minus PR. So, move your PRs to one side. PR plus PR is equal to Q squared minus RQ. PR and PR is 2PR is equal to Q squared minus RQ. P is on its own, why? 2R, divide across by 2R, and 2R, 2's cancel, R's cancel. P is equal to Q squared minus RQ over 2R. And if you were to get really, really technical about it, you'd say P, take out a common Q, Q minus R over 2R. Right, last sum of the day and we're out the gap. Enjoy your weekend. Rearrange the following. Rearrange A over B is equal to B over C plus D and express C in terms of the rest. So express, try to get C on its own. Don't just get rid of C. Try to get rid of everything off the bottom and mix it up. Get rid of your fraction group, anything with C off to the left, and try to take C out. It's always going to end up you taking out a common, whatever you're looking for. Nearly always. You're always going to be left with taking out something that's common that you're looking for. I'll have to double check it now just to make sure. So it's A over B is equal to B over C plus D. So once again, BC, 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 B's knock, C's knock. AB is equal to B squared plus DBC. I'm missing a C someplace. That should be AC, yeah. I knew I was missing a C someplace. So that's AC is equal to B squared plus DBC. That's AC minus DBC is equal to B squared. It doesn't make a difference if you bring this to the right or that to the left. You'll end up with the same answer at the end, right? Don't worry which way you go with it. Take out a common C. You're left with A minus DB is equal to B squared. Divide across by A minus DB. A minus DB. They knock. C is equal to B squared over A minus DB. Is that alright? Good stuff. Right. Good lesson. Just so Oren, you know where everything's going to go. Open this. The app is called Google Chrome. Not Google Chrome, it's called Google Classroom. Alright? So literally, you probably use it in school, yeah? You can't use your school one now. You need to set up a new one. Your school email is protected. So, what you call it is your school email protected. So just your Gmail or your father or your mother's Gmail, you can fire it on. And NTA 5th year. Literally everything's up there from last week. So what you missed last week, just go back and watch the video if you want. It was just all on factorizing. The homework is there and all the notes are up there. It'll all go up on this. So you won't have to take that one out and worry about that. And the code for it is the following. That's the code you need. Said 45JOAR. Yeah, far away, good. The rest of you boys, I'll see you next week, alright? See you all next week, boys.